When Maya moved into my apartment, she arrived with neat boxes, a shy smile, and a very clear statement on the first night. Just so you know, I'm straight. She said it like a disclaimer, light and confident, as if it were a label she'd worn forever. I just nodded, laughed it off, and showed her where the mugs were. At the time, I didn't think anything of it. Living together was easy, almost too easy. We shared late-night noodles, complained about work, and watched movies sprawled on opposite ends of the couch. Maya had a laugh that filled the entire room and a habit of tucking her hair behind her ear whenever she was nervous. Sometimes I'd catch her watching me when she thought I wasn't looking, her eyes curious, almost questioning. Still, she dated men, talked about her ex-boyfriends, and always called me her safe person. I was the friend she could be completely herself with, no strings attached. One rainy evening, everything changed. The power went out, leaving our apartment dim and quiet except for the sound of rain tapping against the windows. We lit candles and sat close, the couch suddenly feeling much smaller than usual. The movie we put on became just background noise as our conversation drifted to deeper places. We talked about first crushes, regrets, and the fear of wanting the wrong things. Maya hesitated, then admitted, "Sometimes I wonder what it would be like if I wasn't so sure about who I am." Her voice was barely a whisper. I didn't push, I just listened. Then softly I said, "You don't have to be sure all the time." The air between us felt charged, like the moment right before a storm breaks. She looked at me, really looked at me this time, and swallowed. "Can I ask you something?" she whispered. "Anything," I replied. "What would it be like to kiss you?" My heartbeat pounded in my ears. I took a breath and said, "Only if you really want to know." She nodded, her own breath a little shaky. "I want to try." I leaned in slowly, giving her every chance to pull away, to change her mind. She didn't. Our lips met gently, cautiously, like we were learning a new language together. The kiss was soft and unhurried, filled with curiosity rather than certainty. When we pulled back, her eyes were wide, glowing in the candlelight. "Oh," she breathed. That felt different. We both laughed, a mix of nerves and excitement bubbling up between us. One kiss turned into another, deeper this time, but still so tender. I could feel her relax into it, her hands resting on my arms as if she'd finally found where they belonged. There was no rush, no pressure, just two hearts opening up at their own pace. Over the next few days, things shifted. We didn't label anything, but the space between us felt warmer, more intimate. She started asking questions about my past, about what it meant to like women. I answered honestly, never trying to convince her of anything, just sharing my own experience. One night, we were curled up in bed, talking until dawn, when she admitted, "I don't think I'm as straight as I thought." I smiled and kissed her forehead. "You don't have to change who you are overnight." Her exploration was gentle and thoughtful. Sometimes we kissed, sometimes we just held hands while walking home from the grocery store. Each small step seemed to give her more confidence, more peace. She wasn't becoming someone else. She was simply discovering another part of herself that had always been there, waiting. One evening, as we cooked dinner together, she wrapped her arms around me from behind and rested her chin on my shoulder. "I used to think labels were permanent," she said softly. "Now I think they're just starting points." I turned to face her, brushing my thumb along her cheek. "How do you feel now?" She smiled, a smile so bright and sure it lit up her whole face. "Bye, and happy." Our kiss that night was full of warmth and certainty, no longer a question but an answer we had found together. It was never about turning someone into something they weren't. It was about creating a safe space for her to try, to explore, and to choose for herself. Sometimes love doesn't crash into your life like a tidal wave. Sometimes it sits beside you on a couch, waits with you through the rain, and gently asks, "What if?" Thanks for watching our story. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe for more.